Good morning. We're going to kick off the proceedings. Thank you all. I'd like to welcome you all to the 11th Annual MIT Sloan CIO Symposium. My name is Christopher Reichert. I'm the Vice President of the MIT Sloan Boston Alumni Association. And on behalf of the MIT Sloan Boston Alumni Association and the MIT Center for Digital Business, I want to thank you for joining us. This is really the culmination of a year's planning. And I've been involved for 9 years, and my colleague David Verrill, Executive Director of the Center for Digital Business, has been involved for 11 years. So between us, there's 20, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are over 40 volunteers who pull this together, and so I want to thank them very much for their work throughout the year. I also want to thank our sponsors, in particular our two lead sponsors, Aptio and EMC. And if you turn to page 8 in your program, please thank our other sponsors, Amazon, Benefit Focus, NewODB, SanDisk, Aperio, Equinix, Pegasystems, Backupify, Markley, PTC, and our silver sponsors, Russell Reynolds and Code 42. This event really wouldn't be possible without their support, and I encourage you to visit them in the lobby and pity them this morning. Actually, that sun is brutal. So we think in terms of weather, we try to think of, the New England weather is better for them because the cloud. So even though we all love great weather, sometimes it's good to have a bit of cloud in that room. I want to thank our speakers. I think the quality of the speakers that we have this year and every year really lifts the event and differentiates it from other events. And so I want to thank them. And I also want to thank you in the audience here. And I was looking at the list of attendees, of which we have over 700, which is excellent. There's a lot of expertise out here in the audience. And in many ways, I think it's a pity that we can't have everyone up here on stage on different panels. But we do have microphones in the theater and in all the different breakout panels. So we encourage you to participate in questions during the different sessions. An entrepreneur once told me that running his business was like getting handed a donut one day and getting slapped the next. And I suspect many of you in your jobs experience that feeling. One day you feel like you've made a great success, and the next day you're getting slapped around a bit. But he also said that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're probably getting bad advice. So part of that comes with having people making sure that the mission is, on target with their expertise. And so one of the challenges is getting that advice and then listening to it. So speaking of smarter people, we're going to have a lot of those today. I'd like to introduce Lindsey Anderson, our event chair, who will continue the proceedings. Thank you and welcome again.
Thank you very much, Christopher. Welcome, everyone. So I want to start, can I have my slides, please? So a little bit of housekeeping. So first of all, let's talk about gold shirts. They're hard to miss. If you have any questions, that's what they're here for. So you're here at Kresge. The little Kresge is down the stairs right below us. To our immediate left is the Rockwell Cage, where we'll be having the Birds of a Feather luncheon. And it's a little challenging for a couple of reasons. Well, first of all, there's two buildings in front of the Rockwell Cage. And the second is that there's construction going on, and at least yesterday, the main entrance to Rockwell Cage was being cemented. So hopefully that's done, but we have the yellow shirts, and they will guide you to Rockwell Cage. The Student Center is to the left, and not quite as a sharp left, and it has Dunkin' Donuts in it. And so the Sala de Puerto Rico is on the second floor. You go up the stairs, it'll be to your immediate right. And the mezzanine lounge, where there'll be some other breakouts, that's on the third floor. That's also on your immediate right. So we're excited that we're going to have a book signing this year from 3 of our leading academics, or actually I should say 4. And the signing will be at the Innovation Showcase starting at 5:30. and the books are available at MIT Press. I also want to do a shout out for NeoDB, one of our sponsors, because they have a number of books that they are handing out free to visitors of their booths. So I suggest you visit them. So, okay, I seem to have lost my slides again. And so I want to talk about, back up a minute and talk about what makes this symposium unique. And it's, well, first of all, MIT, like a lot of organizations, has modernized their logo. But if we look back at the original logo, we'll see the motto, mens in manus. And that is essentially mind in hand. And that's what the symposium is all about. It's the academic thought leadership of MIT combined with the hands-on experience of leading global CIOs. Can't find that anywhere else in the world. There's some keywords. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our MIT Sloan Leadership Award. And the keywords I want to focus on in the moment here are innovative, exceptional, extraordinary, tremendous. And I also want to emphasize leadership about 10 times, because that is the important characteristic of all of these finalists that we're going to be sharing with you. So we have 5 outstanding finalists this year. This is the best crop of finalists we've ever had. And so, Thaddeus, would you please stand up? Dieter, please stand up. Andy, please stand up. Rebecca, please stand up. Steve, please stand up. Thaddeus, would you please join me on stage? Just do. So, I don't know why I'm having trouble with my slides, but Thaddeus, congratulations. So Thaddeus is the winner of the 2014 MIT Sloan Leadership Award. Congratulations. Thank you. All of these outstanding individuals will be participating in panels, and you'll also have an opportunity to hear Thaddeus speak this afternoon on the CIO, CMO, CDO perspectives on digital transformation. I'd like to spend a few moments talking about some of the things that I learned from these exceptional individuals. First, they were all business leaders. They were not just technologists, but business leaders. In addition to running IT, they each saw an opportunity to take the case for a corporate initiative, like creating Internet of Things, fixing retail, creating security as a product, or creating a digital unit. As a consequence, each of these people had either a product or a divisional responsibility in addition to the role as a CIO. Technology was embedded within the businesses. There was more than a close relationship between the business and IT. IT was actually part of the fabric of the business. Each had a seat on the table, at the table, and participated in strategy and innovation. Each had a divisional CIO or a business reporting to them, in addition to what the, so each of these people had within their organizations an IT role that was reporting to them with a direct line and also to the business leader with a direct line, a double solid line. the finalists didn't limit their thinking to what already exists. They asked themselves the question, what if we started from scratch with a green field? What would we do? So they used the green field as a strategic initiative to help them identify which technologies to keep and which to retire. Each had a very strong view of where the business should be going as technology evolves. One had a very clear vision for where the company should be in 2020. This was called the 2020 vision, and it really was focusing on a business capability gap. If our business needs to be this place in 2020, what do we need to create that? And then came the technology, and from the technology came the technical skills. So it started with business, then went to technology, and then went to skills. Finally, all the award finalists were marketers. I don't mean that they worked well with marketing, which they all did. I mean they were marketers in their own right. They emphasized that marketing is an important skill set for the CIO. In a sense, these CIOs were communicating information officers. They recognized communicating with their businesses and with their staff was essential to success. One of the finalists emphasized that you needed to communicate a message at least 8 times before it sunk in. So the theme, and the other thing I want to emphasize here is that they were multi-dimensional leaders. They were business leaders, they were technologists, they were marketers, they were change innovators. So I want to speak a little bit about our theme, and that is lead your digital enterprise forward. Are you ready for the next digital enterprise? So we've talked about digital before. Why are we talking about it again? 2 reasons: exponential growth and convergence. Convergence is, well, I'm sure we've all seen and felt the rapid change of technology and the effort it takes just to keep up. And in addition to that, convergence, the smartphone, the self-driving car, these are all examples of various technologies and business needs coming together in new and unique ways. So that's why we're focusing on the digital enterprise and leading your digital enterprise forward.